Let's go to spots list. I don't know if anyone's watching live yet, but if you are, we're getting set up a couple minutes late here. With my apologies. Let's make sure we have everything. Hey Jacob, give me 1 minute. I need to fix something. I'm missing someone from the spots list, so let me fix this real quick. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. In case you're ever curious, I turn off chat because it uses the same browser window that I'm checking up on things with, so. There is an order that's not on this list. I think is it that one? No? No, it's not yours, Jacob. Just check that. So, let's see. That's in a half case, that's in a 12th case. Got that one. Who did I miss? Giants. Padres. I just don't want to leave anyone off the list. Of course, they would still get their cards if I figured it out later, but it's better to figure it out before the video. Well, it would have been better before the video. But it'll be better to figure it out before we get too far in. So, Diamondbacks, we got that. Mets and Phillies. Travis, we got those. That's a quarter case. Bear with me, I'm still trying to figure out it. It looks like I either miscounted or I'm missing a spot. And I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Rangers, we got you. Nationals, we got you. Dogs are going crazy like normal. Pirates, got that one. Rays, do we have the Rays in the list? We do. Blue Jays. Ryan, we got that. Orioles. Yep. Maybe I just miscounted. Let's see. There we go. We got Rockies, Reds. Reds. Where are you? Yep. And Athletics and Cubs. Dodgers. Almost done here, guys. Almost done. Both Sox for Jonathan. Okay. I miscounted. I will triple, quadruple check this stuff later, just to be 100%. But we'll go ahead and we won't hold up the break any further. I want to get things started. So here, let's turn chat back on. And let's bring in the spots list. Where are you at, spots list? Turn that on. Oh, of course we can't see the whole thing. I'll move chat down. You guys can't see the problem I'm facing. And that's fine. Okay. That should be good. Let's lock that so I don't mess that up again. I need to lock the web browser. Sorry guys, 1 second. I'm just getting everything finalized here. What was I doing? Spots list. Oh, that's already locked. Chat. That's what I was doing. Lock that. Okay, good. Alright, we're all set. Let me turn this monitor so I can see all the lovely chat. Cool. Alright guys, so this box has we're doing one case tonight. We're doing the full case tonight, and it's not going to be as bad as some of the top stuff we recently did. Excuse me, I hit that. Tighten this cable up so I don't keep moving it. So a lot of the products that have a ton of base end up being like 4,000 cards. This one's going to be, there we go. This one's going to be, I don't know, 20 times 80. 1,600? I'm not really doing math. I'm trying to make sure the camera is good. Okay. All right, I'll stop messing with the camera. Huh? Actually, I wasn't even watching chat when you typed that, Jacob, about the Brewers. I just happened to be looking at the Brewers first and realized I had those in. They're all set there. All right, so hey, Breeze Cards. Yeah, I don't know who's Yankees and Angels. Yeah, I sometimes the way I price things, I mean, maybe I price them weird and it's just not worth it to some people, but I try to price each team based upon what the possible hits are that you can get out of it. So if there's, like, for example, a bunch of autos for the Angels, and some of them are Ohtani and Trout and like whoever else, right? If there's some really good autos in there, it's going to be a higher price team. So I don't know, maybe I scared some people away with the pricing. Who knows? But they are available if anyone wants to pick them up right now. I'm about to close down the listing on eBay so that no one can pick them up while we're breaking. Let's see. Sorry, I'm stepping on chat for a second here. Come on. What if I pull this out? That doesn't work. Well, now you guys know I use Skoon cat litter. Although, maybe not for long. It's not great. Alright. Let me pull this out real quick so I can work on it. Give me 1 sec. I will close this up. If anyone wants any of the teams that are not spoken for here, I can tell you the pricing. We're only going to give it like about a minute. Ah, Roger. Cool. Okay, so I'll have to remember Breeze is Roger. Yeah, Jacob. Little tiny boo-boo. I priced a lot of these teams very badly. A couple of them I did overprice. And of course, nobody picked those up. And then the ones that I grossly underpriced, horribly to my detriment, of course, those got snatched up pretty quick. So it's the way it goes, you know. I need to pay more attention. It's on me. All right, so let me end the listing for that so that nobody can pick these teams up, and then we'll get started. You guys want to choose a case, left or right? If no one chooses in a minute, then I'll just choose one. And of course, this is just for the full case. The other case is going to be for the quarter case breaks and the half case break that are still available on the website. All right, I'll minimize that. Jacob says right. No dissension, then I'll get started. Move my keyboard over. Always right. Okay, so the left one's going to go away. I am running out of room on my shelves for cases of cards. I got to sell some of these breaks out so I can clear up some shelf space. All right, let's take a look at... You can see the seal. It's kind of in a shadow, but... Show you that seal. And then the bottom. Oops. There you go. I know this is a waste of time, but Some people are new breaking with me, and they might want to see that it's sealed. So maybe it's not a waste of time, but it's a formality, is what I should say. Okay. Apologize if I'm hitting the microphone too much here. Let me move it. So, just like last time, we're starting 15 minutes late. We'll get to be on time at some point. Hopefully that just means we're giving someone time to get here and be able to watch the break, the whole break. I don't know if you guys saw the personal box that I broke open for myself, but did pretty well in that. Fernando Tatis Jr. auto and Cedric Mullins to 99. Low number Yelly. All right. Let's go right in box one. As I always say, I'm not going to stop and drool over all the inserts. I'll do that on my own time. I really like all the inserts in this. But I will say that my personal box break, I took a little bit more time with those. Anything that we did not see in the personal box break, I may spend a second to take a look. So. Empty box. And we'll try and get through this quick. Those who have been here know I break a little bit slower than other people sometimes. That's a good start. Carter Kieboom, orange for the Nationals to 99. It's a good variation right off the bat. I'll put variations over here. Donson MVP for Toronto. And I'll call out the inserts. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for Tatis. I was looking at the prices of the autos because I was going to try and list it before the break started here. You know, get that early listing, but they weren't selling that great, so maybe I'll hold on to it. There's a Chris Davis Action All-Stars for Oakland. Bring the microphone back down a little bit. Tell me if I'm too loud or anything. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate that. John Duplantier for Arizona. I don't know what this variation is called. They're to 199. I pulled one of those out of my box as well. And there's an All-Stars, Aaron Judge for New York. Yeah, I was trying to do more with whatchamacallit, Pro Debut, but then I didn't get to selling all the anything out of the second case. No one was buying boxes. I was trying to just sell them boxes at that point. There's a Yelich. It's for you. Highlights. So that's one where, you know, people weren't buying a lot of boxes. Actually, someone did buy a box and he got a 101 out of it, which was cool. And then I opened the rest of it and I got a 101. There's a Bryce Harper All-Stars Refractor or Prism. I was just reading the other day how anyway, the 101 I got was Joey Bart. No, that was in the break. I got the Eloy 101 auto. I was reading just the other day. There's a J.D. Martinez, Boston, and the Harper was Philly, by the way. So I was reading the other day about how just the trademarks, how all those work out. Like Panini has all the. There's an Acuna Jr. They have all the rated rookie and all those similar things. So like that rated rookie symbol and the words rated rookie, you can't really use that anywhere else. Christian Stewart for Detroit, the rookies. And refractors is, I forget who holds the trademark on that, but I think that's going to be Upper Deck maybe? I don't know why I don't know that. Anyway, so that's why Prism, that's why Panini calls all their stuff Prisms, because they can't say refractors legally. Dustin Pedroia MVP for Boston. And that one is a Prism. I almost said refractor. Hey Roger, if you're still watching in the chat, is there anything specific you're hoping for out of this break? There's Glaber refractor, sorry, not refractor, Prism, that over there, and Aaron Judge illusions for New York. Aaron Nola for Philadelphia. Prism variation of Diamond Kings. And a Mookie Betts Action All-Stars for Boston. Nolan for Philly. Nola. Oh man, Breeze cards. Every time I see I should call you Roger, not Breeze cards. It's gonna take me a few tries. Every time I see a Nolan Ryan come up in a break, I'm always telling people I want to barter for it. Shohei Ohtani Peak Performers for the Angels. Yeah, I have a huge Nolan Ryan collection. There's a Judge Mythical for New York. I really like these Optic. They're loaded with... they don't have the logos, which a lot of people complain about. Some people just completely steer clear because of that. There's a Framber Valdez for Houston. But they are great-looking cards filled with variations and inserts. So you probably have some pretty decent Nolan Ryans then. So that's nice. There's a Peak Performers Jacob deGrom. Thought that might be a Prism or something. It's not. It's just shiny. I've been collecting since about the mid-'80s, Roger, so you're maybe not... Oh, nice. You're maybe not that much older than me. Here, I'll show this first. I'll leave these here so you can see them. Optic autographs. Pete Alonso. Who has the Mets? Travis. Travis picked up the Mets, so that's going to be his autograph. Very nice. Here, I'll sleeve it up and then I'll show it off. Actually made sure I have enough sleeves this time around for all of our hits. There's the back. Not numbered, still a great auto. Pete Alonso. One of my pet peeves is when it just says New York on the back. Because they can't say, I guess they can't show the logo or the team name because of licensing. So when it's Los Angeles, it just says Los Angeles. And you have to know who the player plays for. Same thing with New York. Anyway, they could put NYM, and that would be helpful, but they don't. That's a great auto. That is a sweet first auto to hit. And as always, I forgot about the rest. So there's a Prism variation of Trout Mythical. Very nice. Yeah, I like these. I wish I could keep them all, but... Oh, we got the second auto right on the next pack, I guess. Garrett Hampson for Colorado. That's going to Michael Y. I think Michael Y might be new to breaking with this. Beautiful auto. And then we have a Prism Variation Michael Perez rated rookie. Shohei Ohtani Diamond Kings. Actually, I'll put that Prism over there. Well, congrats on those 2 autos. Those are both pretty sweet. Of course, the Pete Alonso I like more, but there's a highlights Albert Pujols. Oh, you know what? The other thing that we should be looking for is any of the like name variations, stuff like that. I won't spend a lot of time on that, but I am curious. I imagine they're doing the same thing with the with Optic that they did with the base set, but I haven't looked, to be honest. I don't see any that are standing out though. Every once in a while you get a pack that needs a little help. Nick Senzel. People got a little fired up about Nick Senzel, but then I haven't really heard people talking about him lately. Who showed a license card that didn't have logos on it? Stan Judge. There's Altuve MVP. Mancada Diamond King. This is Bryce Harper, Action All-Stars. That'll do it for box 1. I'm going to just start stacking these back here so they're out of the way. Alright, let's dive into box 2. See some more people joining in. We're in box 2. And we've already pulled a Pete Alonso auto, so we're looking for whatever can beat that. And I almost forgot, so Jacob knows how this works. If you guys want to try and guess who the next autograph is going to be, or next card numbered to 25 or less, if you guess it before I hit it, then I'll send you some packs or something. I don't know, Jacob, did you get your stuff? Your packs and everything I sent? There's a David Boat to 199 for Chicago. There's Altuve, Mythical for Houston. Freddie Freeman, I guess we're going to find a bunch of these for Atlanta to 199. And then another Peak Performers. That's going to be Blake Snell for the Rays. Thanks, Jacob. I'm glad you got him. Here's our auto, Jeff McNeil. It's going to be a Prism Variation auto. Once again for the Mets. Mets are doing pretty good tonight already. 2 boxes, 2 decent autos. I'll take a second to show it. Who's that? Did I say Travis? Yeah. Congrats, Travis. JD Martinez, blue for Boston. The Blues are numbered to 75. This is 58 out of 75. JD Martinez for Boston. Chris Bryant, Action All-Stars. I'm going to set that one aside because anything under... Seriously guessed Jeff McNeil. That's hilarious. Jackie Bradley Jr. That one is a number to 76. We the People is what it says around the border. Sorry you guys can't see it. I'm bogarting the view of it. Here you go. I want you to see the border of it. Jacob, I don't know how you do it, man. Have you bought a lottery ticket yet? Anyway, this Jackie Bradley Jr. is for Boston. 21 out of 76. Patriotic. And then Eugenio Suarez for Cincinnati. That's a Prism Variation Diamond King. All right, well, that's how it works. If you can beat Jacob to guessing the next auto, then you'll get some packs. I guess Jacob's getting some packs again. There's a Manny Machado Diamond Kings. That is another We the People refractor. Can't call them refractors. Someone will come after me. Prism. And that's for San Diego. Congrats, San Diego. Is Mancada. Pink 80s or whatever you want to call that variation for Chicago. And then Yelich MVP. Getting your Yelich cards put together now. Oh yeah, 7:30. We started 15 minutes late. We're actually making okay progress. This won't take that long. I don't know how many We the Peoples, how frequent these are, but there's the third one. Jose Urena for Miami. 15 out of 76. So we've hit 3 of those so far. I'm going to have to look up the odds on those. And then there's a Peak Performers. That one is a Prism variation for Max Scherzer for Washington. Yeah, hopefully your luck extends to the break as well, not just guessing the next auto. Starling Marte. These are 150, I think. No, that's 75. Try to multiply it for Pittsburgh. There's a Shohei Ohtani Diamond King, and then Max Scherzer, not refractor. I like to do the comparison, so you can see the difference. Rowdy Tellez. Anyone else want to guess? It's a little quiet in chat. Or you can just let Jacob get a big stack of baseball card packs in the mail again. Kyle Freeland for Colorado. Those are, again, numbered to 199. Max Scherzer highlights for is that Washington? Washington. Alvarez. All right, I got Roger with a guess for Alvarez. I like it when people in the break guess. Anyone can guess, even if you're not in the break. I like it when people in the break guess because it saves me shipping costs. But everyone can guess. That's fine too. There's another We the People. Luis Urias for San Diego. This must be a We the People box, if I had to guess. Nice trout. Man. These would be tough to grade, though. Look at this centering. Anyway. There's a green variation, Michael Perez for the Rays. That is 3 out of 5, guys. So, congrats, Rays. Be cool to see a better name on it, but 3 out of 5, rookie. Not bad. I'll take a second to sleeve that one. We're still looking for the second auto out of this box, right? But before that, we have the Justin Smoke for Toronto Prism. Yeah, I always like really low numbered stuff. So the numbering to beat is 5 now. There's a Kershaw Prism, Miguel Sano, Albert Pujols. Sorry, let me go in order. So Kershaw for the Dodgers. And then we had Miguel Sano, gold variation to 99. Oh, it looks orange to me. I called it orange in my other break. For Minnesota. And then we had Albert Pujols, MVP. Let's see a Wander Franco auto to 5. Mike Fultonowitz for Atlanta. Prism. And then Heimer Candelario. Jeez. For Detroit. It's another gold to 99 or orange. I don't know if that's gold or orange. I'd have to look that up. And then the rookies, Danny Jansen for Toronto. Insert. Yeah, who had that? Who has the Rays? Richard. Richard has the Rays. Congrats, Richard, on that. That was Rays, right? Yeah. Here's our second auto. It's a DeGrom. It's not Rowdy Tellez. Oh, it's not an auto. So we're still waiting on an auto. I lied. DeGrom for New York Mets. Illusions, Corey Seager for the Dodgers. Who else did you buy, Jacob? Is it just the Brewers you got in this one? There's John Lester, pink variation to 60 for Chicago. To 60. Doesn't look quite pink on the screen, but that's all right. And then Charlie Blackmon for Colorado Action All-Stars. If you don't know why I'm putting some inserts to the right and some of the other numbered inserts to the left, the ones to the left are numbered under 100. And so they're all going to be in sleeves. In top loaders, I should say. Soto. Scherzer to 150. Not an auto, but it's the... it is the 150th anniversary red, white, and blue variation for the Nationals. Mookie Betts, mythical for Boston. The first auto in this box was McNeil. Jeff McNeil for the Mets. Rod Carew autograph for Minnesota. That's why you got to buy some of the sleeper teams, guys. Some of the teams that you might not think are going to have a lot of, if you're just looking at the current players. MVP auto to boot. Rod Carew. Well, it's not focusing anyway, so let me sleeve it up real fast, and then we'll see if it'll focus better. Sorry about my phone, guys. Not sorry enough to turn the volume down because I need to know about some things, but oh man, I might have to in a minute. I got a group of friends. We're going on a trip, and they're all going to start messaging each other now. That'll get annoying. Anyway, that's a really nice auto. That was for Minnesota. Who has Minnesota? I do. No one bought Minnesota. Like I said, sleeper team. So I priced it based on the fact that there were so many autos and that one of them was Rod Carew. And that's, unfortunately, I think I priced it out of anyone buying it. If they didn't realize that there were possible Rod Carew autos. But it is what it is, I guess. There's another We the People, Kristen Stewart. It's a 76 for Detroit. This is definitely a We the People box. So I guess there's a concept of hot boxes. There's Cedric Mullins for Baltimore. Pulled his auto out of my box. That Rod Carew is nice. I just picked up an Ernie Banks auto last night. Dennis Santana. It's like a purple sparkle variation for LA. It's going to be the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken. And those are numbered to 125. And then there's only one base card in that one. Let's start with this. Peak Performers, J.D. Martinez for Boston. And then we have Aaron Judge for New York. All-Stars. That was not a bad couple of boxes so far. We got an Alonso auto and a Rod Carew auto. Jack Flaherty for St. Louis. And then Scherzer for the Nationals highlights. I'll move those over. Keep hitting the microphone. It's a problem with having a smaller table like this. Brandon Crawford, Prism. That's for San Francisco. Trevor Story for the Rockies, 150th anniversary. Number to 150, right? Yeah, 150. Juan Soto highlights. That was just 2 boxes. Is that right? Yeah. That was just the first 2 boxes. Doing all right. I don't like how the cards get kind of splashed in the box like that. Could be worse, I guess. I'm not seeing a bunch of dinged corners or anything, at least. What set was it? I think it was Gypsy Queen they were talking about. Last year there was a bunch of stuff. There were rip cards or something inserted in the boxes, but they were hidden under something or other. So people weren't aware of them. People were throwing out boxes with rip cards in them. It's horrible. That would be pretty bad to find out later after you threw them out. This is a Nick Senzel Prism. And another Aaron Judge All-Star. Nick Senzel for Cincinnati. Aaron Judge for New York Yankees. Nolan Arenado, Mythical for the Rockies. Just looking at the base cards, the first box versus the second box, the first box has a lot less because of all those We the Peoples that came out of the second box. There's Xander Bogaerts for Boston, Prism. And then Buster Posey, MVP. Yeah, Ryan O'Hearn. Who else? There's always a few players that probably charge next to nothing for autos because there's autos in every single. There's so many of them in every product. Nolan Arenado, Peak Performers for Colorado. I apologize to Richard or anyone else who's looking for certain base rookies because I'm kind of going through these fast and not really looking at the base rookies. But if you want a head count of them before I ship them, I'll tell you.
just reach out and let me know. There's Yaddy for St. Louis. And then Javi Baez, Illusions for Chicago. Ryan O'Hearn. I probably have 7 Ryan O'Hearn autos myself. To your point, there's Joey Votto, MVP for the Reds. There's Altuve for Houston again, MVP. Not that this is ever really an problem in my breaks, but if someone thinks I'm going too fast, feel free to say so in chat, and I'll try and keep an eye out for that. There's a Cabrera for Detroit, MVP Prism. No one picked up Detroit. That's kind of good because I'll keep the Detroit cards. I don't mind that. I don't want to keep them by default. I want to give someone a chance to buy them, but if no one wants them, I'll keep them. Kyle Tucker for Houston. That is going to be to 99. 76 out of 99. Kyle Tucker, rated rookie. Nice. For Chris. Good thing these boxes go fairly quick. It's easier because there's only 4 cards in each pack. Anyway, there's Juan Soto and Albert Pujols, Prism and Highlights, respectively, for Washington and Los Angeles. All base. Maybe we'll get another hot box with like 3 autos or something. I don't think those exist. But one can... Oh, God. You guys, this is a great case break. Vladdy Jr. for Toronto. It's going to Ryan L. Set those down for a second. I'll get this sleeved up before I touch it too much. Card dust. I don't want card dust in the sleeve. That's almost worse than not sleeving it. Card dust rubbing all over the surface. Anyway, don't worry. I got rid of it. Nice Vladdy. Man, we got Alonso, Rod Carew, Vladdy Jr. This is a good case so far. Who is that? Who did I say? That's Ryan L. Congrats, Ryan. Congrats on that Vladimir Jr. Peak Performers, Ronnie Acuna Jr., Prism. So I should probably, this is a good point for me to reiterate what I've said in previous breaks, that if you hit a really good auto that you may want to sell, I'll take a bunch of photos of it so that if you do intend on selling, I can send you those right away, and you don't have to wait for the card to be in your hand in order to put up a listing on eBay and take advantage of that first seller or early seller pricing. Ryan Barucki, there's another one that shows up a lot in autographs. Yeah, the right side case. So for those who came in late, Jacob, I asked which case we should use, the one on the right or the one on the left, and he said always go with the one on the right. And that's where all these autos are coming out of. That doesn't mean there's not a lot of good autos in the left side. There's still some breaks to buy. Ty France for San Diego. But we are pulling some incredible stuff out of here. Yeah, good call, Jacob. Now we need to pull something good for you. We need to pull something, some Brewers love out of here, since you picked the case. There's a Ohtani Peak Performers for Angels. Performers Yelich. It can't be as good as it gets for you. We'll find something better in here. Yep, Carew, Vladdy, Alonso. Yeah. Jose Ramirez highlights. I feel like everyone can just turn the video off right now. We're not going to pull better autos than that. But I also thought that after the Carew, so I'm probably, hopefully, lying. A couple of Rosarios back to back. Ahmed Rosario for New York. The rookies, Corbin Burns for Milwaukee. Nola, Jay Cave, Purple Sparkle from Minnesota. Those are those are to 75. No, 125. I get all the numbering wrong. Christian Yelich for Brewers, Illusions. 2 packs left in this box. And we have pulled. Did we pull both? I think we pulled both the autos for this one. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, Jacob. Like, as long as either in cards that I intend to keep or cards that I could sell, as long as I make up the cost of my spot when I do a break, then I'm okay. There's Altuve for Houston. Action All-Stars. Last pack is being difficult. Any other guesses on autos before I get the next pack box open? This is Jonathan Loisiga, I believe is how I'm going to pronounce that. The rookies. That's a prism variation. Give me one sec, guys. I have a real problem with my throat getting dry, which I've mentioned before, and it's not very conducive to sitting here talking all night. So I keep cough drops by me, and I forgot to set them up. Oh man, it's stacked too high. There we go. All right, box 4. All right, what are the autos we're going to pull? No one guessed Carew. Oh, come on. So these packs all look good. These all look good. These all look good. This one on top is a little bit munged. I'll open it first, just in case there's any weirdness. Empty box. Loiz. Oh, I'm not even going to try. I'll just say his first name. Numbered 28 out of 75. Here's Hoskins for Philadelphia. Aaron Judge, Action All-Stars. Yeah, it's a tough name to pronounce, right? Move my mouse out of the way. Okay. There's Yeti. Jacob Nix to 99 for San Diego. Getting a pretty good stack of cards that are numbered under 100. That's Aaron Judge. There's Blake Snell for Tampa Bay. Purple to 125. Oh, I got it right this time. 125. I deserve a prize. Juan Soto for Washington. Illusions. Oh, also, for anyone new or who may have forgotten, if there's any cards, whether they're... I sleeve up all these inserts anyway. All of these will be in penny sleeves when they arrive to you. But if there's anything else that you want sleeved up that I wouldn't normally sleeve up, just let me know, and I will take care of it for you. As long as you make a request, I will do it. Chris Bryant, MVP. That's for Chicago. And I set this one aside. It's orange to 99, Dakota Hudson. Oh, I thought it was going to be an auto. For St. Louis. I have to do a count of how many like orange and low number stuff. Not that orange is really low, but there's another Optic autographs. Franmil Reyes for San Diego. So congrats, San Diego. There's San Diego. Scott C. And then we've got Bryce Wilson, We the People. It's going to be another We the People box. Bryce Wilson for Atlanta. And again, those are numbered to 76. Kershaw for the Dodgers, MVP Prism. And then a single base card by itself. There's a Glaber Prism for New York. Charlie Blackmon for Colorado, We the People. Francisco Lindor, Action All-Stars for Cleveland. And not one base card in this pack. Mookie Betts All-Stars for Boston. This is going to be another decent box, I think. Danny Jansen, this one's numbered to 50. 24 out of 50. I don't know if they're calling that Carolina blue again this year or what, or it's just light blue or ocean blue, or it's a light blue for Toronto, numbered to 50. Edwin Diaz for New York, Peak Performers. It's a Rowdy Tellez, but he's not autographed. What do we have going on here? Kyle Tucker, Houston. Oh yeah, Jansen. Yeah, those show up a lot too. Congrats again, Houston. There's Enyel De Los Santos for Philadelphia, 150th anniversary. These this variation says 150th anniversary in just different spots on the card. I've seen it in at least 3 spots in here. Anyway, that one is the one that's out of 150. And then Mookie Betts highlights for Boston. That De Los Santos is Philadelphia. Oh yeah, that's a 150th anniversary. I hate it when they do the yellow name on white. Anyway, Jamison Talon for Pittsburgh Pirates. Number to 150. And then you've got Ohtani Mythical for the Angels. So is Jansen your guess? Is that your next guess, Jacob? There's another Carolina Ocean whatever light blue. Joey Gallo for Texas. This is another set that, and this is a bookend, number 1 out of 50. This is another set that I just didn't have time to go through, and I don't know if I said it, that Joey Gallo's for Texas. I didn't have time to go through and figure out all the variations, what they're called. There's a Vladdy base for Toronto, and Victor Mesa for Miami. Prism. Harrison Bader for St. Louis, Prism. Josh James for Houston. I have last year's Optic Pink Firework Auto or something of this guy. If anyone's interested. Pretty sure I have it somewhere. Mike Trout, Peak Performers for LA. Finally a Rangers card, yeah. There's Justin Smoke, 150th anniversary, red, white, and blue. Number to 150 for Toronto. There we go. There's our travel group chatting back and forth. Giancarlo Stanton, Miami. If you have good friends that like to travel, I highly suggest putting together a bunch of friends and going somewhere, especially a resort or get out of the country. It's a lot of fun. Gary Hampson for Colorado. That's the purple to 125. And then Ryan Barucki for Toronto. Prism. Another, is that a We the People? It is. We the People, Ty France for San Diego. It's a 76. The rookies, Eloy. Finally an Eloy sighting. I heard he hurt his elbow the other day. I thought that looked different. But it's not. Yeah. So, when I went to London and France for my honeymoon, we left one of our bags on the train from London to France, and it had our passports in it. I will tell you what, I would have been about the youngest guy in the country to have a heart attack that day. This is Kyle Tucker, the rookies for Houston, and another We the People is Chris Davis for Oakland. I couldn't imagine being stuck in another country, especially if it's like France and not a lot of people speak English, although we didn't have a big problem with that. There were a lot of people who accommodated. 150th anniversary red, white, and blue Victor Robles for Washington. Kyle Wright for Atlanta. Prism. Alright, now it's just annoying me, so I'm going to mute it. Oh, I can't. Hold on. Man. One second, guys. This is actually why I kept this open, so that I could see this. I got another order on the website, and there's a couple things I have listed on the website and on eBay for teams. Okay, that one's fine. And I want to make sure that I don't double sell any teams. I mean, I'd figure it out before I do a break, but then I'd have to refund whoever bought second. Brian Anderson, Miami. And I'm sure that wouldn't be pleasant for them. Kershaw for Los Angeles Action All-Stars. No hits for Tatis Jr. I hit an auto out of my personal box earlier today. Lorenzo Cain, what is this one? It's a 35, 33 out of 35 for Milwaukee. Lil C2372. Is there an easier name to address you with? Ivan Rodriguez. All right, that's a good guess. I like that. There's a Kristen Stewart for Detroit Prism. Lil C, we hit a few really serious autos already. Alonso, Rod Carew, Vladdy Jr. And we're not halfway through yet. Yeah, we did pull a frame mill. So Matt Carpenter for St. Louis. And then Illusions, Trevor Story for Colorado. And we'll finish off this box with this last pack. Anything exciting in here? Astudillo. Number to 60. red variation for Minnesota. Minnesota's doing all right. Too bad no one bought Minnesota. Justice Sheffield, Seattle. The rookies. Okay, so move those there. And move these cards over too so they don't stack too high. Oh, let's see. It's not even stacked very high. Okay. Make some room over here for more cards. I'd have to look at what I priced the Twins at. I don't think it was crazy high. I can look and get back to you if you really want to know. But I have, like I said, I have an algorithm that's based on how many hits and the quality of hits. So if there was a team that had 5 hits, but they're all people that nobody's really chasing, then that team is going to be priced lower than another team that has 5 hits and half of them are Vladdy Jr., for example. So that's the way I priced them. I have a whole algorithm that I put together. Seems to work out to be okay. There's another Pete Alonso, the rookies this time. But, I'll have to kind of assess what teams sold and which didn't and try and figure out if it's because of pricing. Gleb Ferguson for LA. And then Mike Trout MVP. And another Aaron Judge All-Stars for New York. I feel like I priced it higher than 25. But it would have been because of the Rod Crew, I'm sure. There's Kikuchi, rookies. This I do have to look. Let me respond to my wife real quick. Okay. It's the other reason I keep my phone volume on, so that if my wife texts. CNL Perez for Houston. That'll be the first auto out of this box. Yeah, that's the thing, Jacob. I think a lot of people probably felt the same way. Like if it was $25, they might have bought in or something. But again, if you don't know that Rod Carew's in that team, Josh James for Houston, Prism, then that team might not sell. And in this case, like I didn't get the money for the team, which I'm gonna definitely be under what I paid for this case for what I pulled in. But having the Rod Carew auto will help me get closer to not being broke. Not that I'm broke, I'm fine. But Salvador Perez for Royals. Don't see a lot of Royals stuff coming up. Paul Goldschmidt for St. Louis. Illusions. Hotbox for 4 autos. That's a good prediction. I will send you some packs of something if we get a hot box that has 4 autos. Action All-Stars Ohtani. So hold me to that, Roger. The way this works is I have a horrible memory. So if you guess something like Jacob did, and I owe you a pack of cards or whatever, hit me up on eBay or whatever is easiest for you to communicate with me. And just send me a reminder. And I'll make sure it goes out with your cards. There's a Fernando Tatis Jr. Peak Performers. For San Diego. There's a Chris Davis for Oakland. Peak Performers Prism. Oh, there are 2 boxes that will have 4 autos. Okay. Like I said, I have not done my research on this like I should have. Shohei Ohtani highlights for the Angels. So that means that out of the remaining boxes, we have 2 of them that are going to have 4 autos. After all the stuff we've pulled, that's incredible. There's another We the People, Xander Bogaerts for Boston. Rated prospect, Cavan Biggio for Toronto. I think that goes over there, actually. Good thing about these cards is even if the pack is a little bit kind of crunched on top, the cards are still fine. Not that my camera is going to cooperate to show you that, but there's DeGrom for the Mets, Diamond Kings Prism, Thor for New York. There's Pujols for St. Louis MVP. Mookie Betts Mythical. For Boston. If you guys like Prism, there's a Action All-Stars Prism for Yelich for Milwaukee. If you like the Prism product that we opened earlier, I have a whole case worth of Prism in a 5,000 count box that I'm totally open to selling singles out of that. So if you're looking to finish sets, just let me know what you need. I'll figure it out. Corey Seager for LA Illusions. For that matter, I have a ton of Pro Debut. I have a whole bunch of Stadium Club. There's Kopech for Chicago White Sox. Prism. I think we need to pull a Wander Franco auto out of this. Charlie Blackmon for Colorado. Action All-Stars. For the whole box, I mean, I would take an offer. There's cards in there numbered to 5, and some numbered to 25 and stuff like that. I'd have to take a look at what all's in there, but I don't know. If you want to make an offer, I would absolutely entertain it. Ryan O'Hearn, and I'll tell you, whatever it is, that one's a 72 out of 75. Ryan O'Hearn for Royals. Peak Performers Scherzer for Washington. But, I mean, I would sell all the commons in one shot, too, if you wanted to just do that. There's not 5,000 cards. They're all penny sleeved. Every single card is penny sleeved. But it's about a case worth of cards. It's I think a little more than a case worth. Because I did sit one night and open a case by myself. Max Scherzer highlights for Washington. And we just finished that box off. So let's get the next one. How are we doing on autos? We pulled both of those. Oh, yeah, we pulled one early, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I don't know why I felt like we didn't pull 2 autos out of that box. I want to make sure. Because if we get gypped on an auto, I'd want to reach out and make sure you guys are covered. Yeah, Roger, let me know. I mean, I am not looking for even eBay prices on all the singles. And if someone were to make me an offer on a whole box of them, and I could just ship out the whole box, I would gladly give you a discount bulk rate on it. I'd have to figure out what I'd have to sit for a minute and think about how much I'd want, or if you want to make an offer, that'll work too. There's an Acuna Jr. Action All-Stars for Atlanta. That's the Prism. I mean, that goes for any of the other stuff too. There's rookies Josh James. If anyone needs a ton of pro debut, and you want to make an offer, Josh James is Houston, and you want to make an offer, feel free. I'll tell you how many cards I have, and you can buy the lot of them. Mike Trout for LA Illusions, and Bryce Harper All-Stars for Philly. I just have way too many. I have tons of, not even just commons, but all the inserts and everything too. I think I've gained 40,000 cards in the last 3 months. And I'm out of room. I'm completely out of shelf space. There's Mike Trout, Action All-Stars for LA. Or if you just need set fillers and you want to let me know, if you're interested in specific cards, I can put together a group of cards and give you a price on that. Shohei Ohtani, Los Angeles, Diamond King Prism. Actually doing okay now, not saying refractor. Here's a Yelich Milwaukee MVP. Oh, Roger, you could probably get rid of some of those then. I mean, resell them at a card show pretty easily. I end up not having time. There's Altuve for Houston. I end up not having time for to do any card shows, unfortunately. There's at least one every month not too far from me here in Michigan. There's a Blake Snell Peak Performers. That's for Tampa Bay. I really wish I had time to go to some card shows, because I could easily set up a table and probably clear out a few thousand cards every month. Although the rate I'm gaining cards, I'd still have a problem. So here's our first auto for this box is going to be, let's see, the Brendan Rodgers first for Colorado Prism. And then our first auto is going to be Yordan Alvarez for Houston. Congrats, Houston. I like that auto. You know what it reminds me of, his auto? Here, let me top loader it first. Yordan Alvarez auto reminds me of, what is it, Elfin or whatever, Lord of the Rings, they're writing. Yeah, we're doing pretty decent on the autographs today. I do like it. We'll get that to focus in on the recap at the end of the video. For those just joining, you should stick around for the recap because we've pulled some pretty great stuff already. Pujols for LA Prism, and Chris Bryant rocking his shades for Chicago. Action All-Stars. There's a Lindor Prism for Cleveland. JD Martinez for Boston, Peak Performers. I think I have a decent Gonsalves auto. I think it's numbered to 5 actually. Might be an RPA if I remember. I'll have to look. Justice Sheffield for Seattle. Juan Soto highlights for Washington. Stack is way too high. Get over there. Nothing crazy in there. I mean, if you guys want, I'll show all 4 of the cards again, actually. Instead of just saying there's nothing in it. I went kind of quick. Figure if there's nothing in there, I should actually show you. There's your Rowdy Tellos. for Toronto. Another hit for Toronto. Illusions Prism, Ronnie Acuna Jr. It's not bad for Atlanta. If you see a team that is not that doesn't have a name next to it in the teams list, and you're interested in some of the cards you're seeing come up, feel free to reach out and make me an offer. Absolutely have no room for all these cards, so I will let them go at decent prices. Danny Jansen, the rookies for Toronto. Michael Kopech to 99 for Chicago White Sox. Yeah, that Rowdy Tellez, he always shows up too. Pedroia for MVP for Boston. Ty France Prism. There's a Tatis base rookie. Little C, I don't know if you came in after I mentioned it, but if there's anything that's not, I already am going to be sleeving up, penny sleeving any inserts, but if there's anything that's not an insert, any base cards you want sleeved up, let me know, I'll do it. Freddie Freeman for Atlanta Prism. Trout Mythical. For Los Angeles. I'll tell you guys personally, if these were all my cards, any of the ones with this kind of surface like this, I just sleeve all of them up. I'll go through 10,000 penny sleeves in a week. This is going to be a 5? Yep. Bookend. Number 1 out of 5. Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Congrats, Dodgers. We'll sleeve that one up too. Who had Dodgers? I know someone bought Dodgers. Thomas. If I'm reading that correctly. Thomas S. has Dodgers. Congrats, Thomas. It's a decent Kershaw. There's no ink on it, but it's still a bookend 1 of 5. Nice hit. Aaron Nola peak performance for Philadelphia. Ichiro. Probably the first Ichiro I've seen. MVP for Seattle. Let's move these over. Box 7. We are entering the second half of this case. Time check says a little over an hour. We're not doing too bad. So we'll be around 2 hours-ish, I think, total. Maybe a little more because we're going to... I always forget that I spend a little extra time going through the hits at the end and trying to remind you guys that there's other breaks to enter and all that. So yeah, you guys are seriously going to have to send me reminders who I owe packs to, and I'll send them out. Did we hit this? No, we didn't hit this auto. Dakota Hudson. Got the first auto early for St. Louis. Congrats, St. Louis. Roger, what's the best thing you pulled out of any of the any breaks that you've been in? Lil C, you don't want any of your base? Or are you just saying to sleeve those? Because all those will get sleeved anyway. Or I'll make sure and sleeve your rookies. Josh James for Houston. Padres and White Sox. All right. I might forget, so if you send me a message on eBay, they'll help me remember too. I can make a note. I'll grab my pen. Hold on. What? Oh, there's my pen. Padres and White Sox. Okay. But are you saying you don't want the base cards? Or are you just saying those are all the things that you specifically want to make sure are sleeved? I'm making a note either way, so I'll pay special attention to those. Otani base. Chris Sale. Joe Adele upside down variation. I stole that joke. Stole that joke from Midwest Box Breaks. I don't know if he stole it from somewhere. Chris Sale. Well, that's nice. Not a bad thing to hit. Cody Bellinger base. Stephen Gonzalez from Minnesota. Another upside down card. Albert Pujols for St. Louis MVP. Move those over. I think the worst I've done is I did a break. This box has every third card upside down for some reason. Mookie Betts Mythical for Boston. I did a break where I did not. It was one of those things where I did not look at the checklist, and I was like, "Oh, I'll grab Rangers or whatever because maybe I'll hit a Nolan Ryan and the spot for Rangers is cheap." And then I looked at the checklist, and there was like 2 Rangers cards in the whole thing, or 1. I don't know. I got nothing. I got completely skunked. There's a Kikuchi, the rookies, and I have on all my full case breaks. I have skunk free guarantee. So if you get only base, or I guess no cards at all for your team, I don't care how much you paid. I'll send you a jersey or something. Only on the full case. There's another Tatis base, and then Duplantier for Arizona Prism. But these guys didn't do that, and so I got nothing. It was horrible. I never should have bought into that break. That was a buyer beware thing. It was just, I didn't do my research. Base veteran cards for White Sox and Padres to anyone who wants them. Okay. So if anyone wants Padres and White Sox base cards that are not the rookies, let me know. I'll add them to your stack. Mike Trout, Illusions Prism for Los Angeles. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't want the base cards now either, because I'm just swimming in so many cards right now. There's another Alonso, the rookies. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I mean, otherwise I'd just send them out to you and you'd have to donate them or something. And that's what I'll do too, is I have a donation box going already. There's not a lot in it right now, but we'll save that for a second. But that's what I'm going to do with a lot of these bases. Put them in my donation box and send them off. Mike Trout, LA, Action All-Stars. We picked up another autograph. Victor Mesa for Miami. No one has Miami. So this card will be available for sale at some point soon. Roger wants to... Alright, Roger claimed them. Let me add that to my note. Base non-rookie. Non-rookie, to be clear. Rookie. To Roger. Alright, I got that noted. I'll send those out your way. Double pause. What do you mean? Did something happen to the video? I hope it doesn't cut out or anything. Jose Martinez, St. Louis. And then there's Paul Goldschmidt, St. Louis, Illusions. Did something freeze up or anything, Jacob? I don't think I've had that happen yet in any of my break videos. That's one of my things I would be a little paranoid about is the video stops, and even worse if I didn't notice it and just kept opening things. Ozzy Albies for Atlanta. There's an Otani Action All-Stars for LA. Says 8 people are watching. I assume the stream is still going. Tatis Jr. for San Diego. Peak Performers. Oh, I get what you mean by double pause now. Yeah, there's an Eloy base. I think that's a base. Yep, Eloy base. Charlie Blackmon, Colorado. Action All Stars. Brandon Lowe, Red, White, and Blue, 150th anniversary for Tampa Bay. Scherzer, Washington Peak Performers. I assume there's got to be a couple more Rangers cards, but I'm going through them kind of quickly, so it'd be hard to say. Here's a Scherzer for Washington highlights. But hopefully we'll pull something else Rangers for him. Aaron Judge, Diamond Kings Prism for New York. Mike Trout, LA MVP. I'm going to put those over there. Yep, it's never over till it's over. We've had cases where the last box was the hot box and was just swimming in amazing stuff. Otani highlights. For LA. Biggio. This is a Bryce Harper All-Stars for Philly. Last pack of the box. Bryce Harper, Washington MVP. This will be box 7, 8. Cheerleader Jacob. Yep. Yeah, I got you. We'll see. Any prospect, rookies, just the base veterans you're giving away. Got it. Looks like just all base in that one. We've only had that in a few packs, I think. Peak Performers DeGrom for the Mets. Kai Boom, Washington. Tuve, Houston, MVP. I don't know how much I priced the Rangers at, but if that's all the autos they had, it was probably not super expensive. Kristen Stewart for Detroit, Prism. I think this box will have 5 autos. They're all going to be at the end of the box then. Arenado Mythical, Bryce Harper All-Star. There he is. Ryan O'Hearn. This one's just 75. Here's your Ryan O'Hearn auto. Blue to 75. I do like all the color variations. I'm a rainbow chaser. Depending on the set. It's got to be something I actually like. But I do like Optic. There's Scherzer highlights. It's a Prism for the Nationals. And that O'Hearn was Royals. Romoto, base and Prism for Philly. And then Peak Performers, Nolan Arenado for Colorado. Yeah, what was the last thing we opened? Stadium Club. I pulled out of a personal box. I pulled a Scooter Gennett. Sorry, let me take these off screen. Scooter Gennett redemption autograph, and then I pulled a Scooter Gennett out of a case break too. Dennis Santana for LA autograph. We got 2 Dennis Santana autos out of Stadium Club too. All right, so there's one auto. Is that the? Oh, that's 2 autos for this box. I think that's 2 for the box so far. Joey Votto, Cincinnati Reds MVP. Corbin Burns, the rookies. That is for Milwaukee. Matt, convince me. Make a good argument for giving you a spot and a break for free, and not giving everyone else a spot and a break for free. Kyle Wright. And here's Ryan O'Hearn again. This one's numbered to 5. For the Royals. We got almost back-to-back Ryan O'Hearn autos. They created a Dennis Santana sandwich because we got that in between. Ryan O'Hearn to 75 and a 5. A little bit, Jacob. Bryce Harper, Action All Stars. Matt, what's the argument for getting a free break spot? I've given them out before, but I got to hear a good argument. Duplantier for Arizona, Pink. Kristen Stewart for Detroit, the rookies. So I'm not saying it's impossible. Just saying it would have to be backed up by a good argument. Some good reasoning. Yelich Illusions for Milwaukee. Aaron Judge, DK. Is Matt P still here? Matt with 1 T Chris Sale, 75 blue for Boston. Altuve Action All-Stars for Houston. Cunha, base. Aaron Judge, Illusions for New York. Did I scare Matt off? Might have scared him off. There's a Laureano /99 auto for Oakland. For Michael. Michael bought 4 teams. So he's going to get a few autos probably. What else do you have? Reds, Rockies, and one more. You had one more, right? Cubs. Yeah, you had Cubs. Yeah, that's a nice Laureano auto for Oakland. And then Scherzer, Peak Performers Prism for Washington. So this is the 4 auto box, right? Is it? Because we already pulled 4 autos out of it. Giancarlo Stanton for New York, Prism. Mookie Betts, Action All-Stars. And then there's another Tatis. I believe these are, we pulled this Ryan O'Hearn, then we pulled this Dennis Santana, then we pulled this Ryan O'Hearn, then the Laureano so far out of this box. So if there's 5, then we'll have one more. Otani Performers for LA. We got 2 packs. Who do you guys think the next auto is going to be? Too late. It's already in my hands. /99, Stephen Gonzalez for Minnesota again. In all seriousness, like, my first thought was, who comes in and asks for a free break spot? I don't even think about it as trolling. I'm not on my guard, I guess. Pools for LA highlights. Maybe I should be. I've had a couple of trolling incidents before. Where, it's fine. I get had a little bit. Ryan Barucki for Toronto Prism. That was not bad. 5 autos in that box. That means we have another box with 5 autos in it. And this one that had 5 autos, let's just recap real quick what they were. One of them was not numbered. Only one of them. 75, 5, and 2 /99. So I'm interested in the what the next 5 auto box will hold. Yeah, I agree. Anyone who wasn't trolling would have answered right away. Empty box. A kid that's here, yeah. Sometimes I just don't understand that. Like, I try not to read comments on other people's videos on YouTube because they're just so depressing. There's so much trash out there just floating around YouTube commenting on shit. There's good people too. I mean, Present Company, of course. Scherzer highlights. There's some decent people out there, but there's so many people out there just trashing up YouTube and Facebook too, man. And I'm not talking about trolls exclusively. Trolls don't bother me all that much. There's Nothing amazing in that pack. Like, I don't really care that much about trolls. The easiest way to deal with trolls is to just not let it get to you. Albert Pujols, St. Louis. Because then they lose all the joy of trolling you. You guys got to be kidding me. Our second Vladdy auto? Second one? Ryan, congrats again. And this one is the blue to 75. No, to 50. I got that wrong. This one's to 50, guys. Vladdy blue auto to 50. That is awesome. Congrats again, Ryan. That's 2 Vladdy autos for Ryan. This is the time where you guys should go look and see if the Blue Jays are open in any of the other breaks. Max Scherzer, Washington Refractor. Peak Performers. Yeah, seriously. I really hope Ryan L is on Twitter and tweets photos. Christian Yelich. I mean, I'm going to tweet photos as soon as we're done here. Yeah, I would think he and I should both buy lottery tickets at this point. Harrison Bader, St. Louis. Prism. And there's your Danny Jansen, Toronto. The rookies. I'll tell you right now, if Ryan L came in the room and said, I don't want any of my autos, you can donate those to anyone, I would just keep them. Those would be mine. I'm not going to lie to you. Ronnie Acuna Jr., because I've lost so much money on this case already. For Atlanta, that's a nice Ronnie. Corey Seager for LA, Illusion. Man, congrats again, Ryan. That's amazing. What a case for you. Max Scherzer, Washington, Peak Performers. Aaron Nola, Philadelphia. Prism Diamond King. This regular All-Stars, Aaron Judge for New York. This is not a 5-auto box unless they're all in the last packs. But that's fine. I will take a 1 Vladdy to 50 auto box. Or, well, it's going to guarantee have another auto at least. Altuve Mythical for Houston. I wonder if anyone's tweeting out to watch this break because there's already crazy autos in them. Blake Snell, Tampa Bay. Peak Performers. Yeah, nice hit indeed, right? And you didn't see the Vladdy that I pulled earlier, same break. This Ryan got 2 Vladimir autos out of this case already. Chris Bryant, and we have 3.5 boxes left. Chris Bryant, Action All-Stars. It's for Chicago. Hey, you guys, I never say this because I always forget. I'm never really thinking about the social media aspect, although I should. But thumbs up the video if you would. Let's get some more views on it for those autos. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. JD Martinez, Peak Performers for Boston. I would totally appreciate it. Or as the big YouTubers say, smash that like button. Smash that thumbs up. Max Scherzer. That is a highlights prism for Washington. Rated Prospects auto, Tristan McKenzie for Cleveland. Is this Cleveland's first hit? Might be. Where's Cleveland? Richard. That is for Richard N. Laureano, Prism. Rodon, Prism. That's for Chicago. Betts for Boston. Mythical. Lorenzo Kane. There's a nice Mookie Betts. That one's going to be $260. Mookie Betts red to 60 All-Stars for Boston. Goes over here, actually. Another Alonso, the rookies, and behind it was a Shohei Ohtani Diamond Kings. Thanks, Roger. I appreciate that a lot. As you can probably see from my subscriber count, my YouTube's still fairly newish and trying to get its feet. Joe Adell for LA. Prism. Toussaint. Rated rookie for Atlanta. Roger, I hope you join us for more breaks too. Lots of stuff coming up. I've got about $20,000 worth of cases coming still. Gleyber Torres for New York. Granted, that's over several months. I'm not made of money, but they're committed. Juan Soto for Washington, highlights. And the last card of the pack, of the box. Let's try that again. Last pack of the box. We have, there's a Yelich. That's going to be the light blue, Carolina blue, ocean blue, whatever blue. That is the one to 50. There's your Yelich to 50. Still no Yelich auto. We're looking for it, though. Trying, man. All right, so we have 3 boxes left. One of these, I didn't do my research, but I am told, has 4 autos in it. 5 autos, right? Is that what we said? There's 2 boxes that have 5 autos. Yeah, that to 50 is not too bad for that Yelich. Almost took that one off camera. What a mess. Trash is overflowing to in front of my door. So now no one can come in and bother me. This box will have 5 autos, and one of the autos will be iRod. You think so? You don't think we're going to get a third Vladimir Guerrero Jr. auto? Wouldn't that be incredible? Nick Senzel. I mean, it was already incredible that we got 2 for Cincinnati. Edwin Encarnacion for Seattle, Prism. Nico Horner. Ramuto, Stanton, Mookie Betts MVP. Burns, base rookie. No, I'm not seeing 5 autos yet. Not saying it won't happen. Bryant, mythical for Chicago. Reed Foley. If they put all 5 autos in one pack. Sean Manaea. No-hitter highlights for, why do I not know who? Oakland. Yeah, maybe we can get an auto for you finally. We'll see. Trevor Story, Illusions, Colorado. Brandon Lowe. Victor Mesa from Miami. Prism. Mike Trout All-Stars for Los Angeles. Aaron Judge, Action All-Stars. Given the number of cards that are numbered to 99 or less, I'm going to have to double check my supply of, there's one, in fact, Carlos Correa for Houston, of top loaders, my thick top loaders supply. Make sure I have enough. There's an Acuna Diamond Kings for Atlanta. And then Mookie Betts, Boston Peak Performers. I still have a case of Archive Signatures, Archive Signature Series Active Player Baseball. I have another case of Optic. I have coming up, I don't remember what's coming up. I'll tell you in a second. The next will be Tribute. I need to start selling spots for Tribute. I'm horrible about it, and I'm not going to sell them in time again. I'm going to end up with a bunch of Tribute cards for myself. So I'll have spots for Tribute available later tonight. After this break, that's going to be my priority, is getting those spots up. George Springer highlights. And the Tribute are supposed to arrive on the 24th. So in a week, next Wednesday. Which is why I'm already behind. There's an Eloy on selling those spots. Josh Hader for Milwaukee. So, yeah, I'll list them up. I got to get the pricing figured out for Tribute. And then I'll get those listed tonight. Francisco Lindor for Cleveland. Those are numbered 125. JD Martinez Action All-Stars for Boston. Roger, what I'll do is I'm going to email everyone that was in this break through eBay and just let people know that there's another one available as soon as it's up. Tuki Toussaint, the rookies for Atlanta. No one bought Atlanta. I thought that one sold. Must be another one that didn't price favorably, I guess. Kyle Wright, this one's numbered to 125 for Atlanta. Speaking of Atlanta. I've never had anyone say that I rigged anything, like, oh, you just said you have Atlanta and then you pulled an Atlanta auto. But I did have one guy claimed up and down that I forget what the auto was. It sells on eBay for like $2. I almost bought the auto off eBay and just sent him one. Anyway, that's for Atlanta. But out of principle, well, not just out of principle. There's a Keston Hiura from Milwaukee. I wanted to make sure that I didn't accidentally send his auto to someone else. And what if I sent someone else's auto to, like, did I have a real tired night and I sent something to the wrong people? And so I double checked it. I went back and watched the whole video, and it was a long video. It was for a stadium club. And the auto he claimed that I forgot to send him, I never pulled. It never got pulled out of that case. So I don't know. He said he's sure because he wrote it down, but anyway. Jose Barrios for Minnesota Prism, and Illusions Chris Bryant for Chicago. So thankfully he didn't leave a negative feedback. In fact, he kind of ghosted. He never responded again. I think he probably went back and watched the video and realized that he was mistaken, but it's really hard to not be like, hey, you got to stop emailing me. You're wrong. You know what I mean? San Diego, Manny Machado, Action All-Stars. That's the only time anyone's ever made any kind of accusation. And he was, for him it's on principle. It's not the value of the card if I forgot to send something. And for that reason, I would absolutely buy him a card and send it. Tatis Jr., the rookies. But that just wasn't the case. And that's why I also... He did go a little overboard and claim that I edited the video and a bunch of BS. But that's also why I do not edit the videos at all. The video gets uploaded automatically. I don't even do it myself. This software uploads the video for me. It's Peak Performers Vladdy Jr. for Toronto. Prism. And then our next auto is Forrest Whitley. Rated Prospect for Houston. Houston's doing all right tonight. But it's funny, like I kept my cool with the guy the whole time. Even when he flat out accused me of stealing and editing the video and being a shady breaker and all this bunch of really ridiculous stuff. I just told him he was mistaken. Anyway, cool story, bro. James Paxton, no-hitter highlights. Who's Paxton play for? Seattle. So one of these two last boxes is going to have 5 autos, is what we're saying. Taylor Ward, that one's to 75 for LA. There's another Wander. Rated Prospect. All right, here we go, box 11. I do really enjoy my Nolan Ryan autos out of Astros. I pulled a Topps Finest Nolan Ryan autograph. It was one of those situations where, again, I don't have enough website traffic currently, unfortunately. And so I will run into these, where I'm holding aside some boxes to sell. And if they're not all selling on the site and I'm bored one night, I end up breaking them open, which is not good for business. But because, I'm opening the cards myself. But I did pull a Nolan Ryan auto out of it, so I regret nothing. Michael Kopech, the rookies for Chicago. Move that over there. Got messages on eBay. I promise you one of those messages is someone asking me where the break video is. Shohei Ohtani Action All-Stars. And I do put it in the... there's a Sean Newcomb for Atlanta Prism. I do put the information in the listing. So feel free to give me feedback if it was difficult to find or understand. But I put the time and the date. Fairly punctual about it. And I put the link to YouTube. I can't link to the specific video. There's a Fernando Tatis Jr. for San Diego, Peak Performers. I can't put the link to the specific video because it hasn't started at the point that I'm actually selling these. So Patrick Wisdom would not have been my next guess for an auto. Patrick Wisdom, St. Louis. I think that might be St. Louis's first hit. Who has St. Louis? I buy these things by the ton. St. Louis. Me. Another team that didn't sell. We had a few that did not sell, unfortunately. Another Ohtani highlights. There's got to be like 7 or 8 of those. I find that's usually the case in these things. You'll have 7 or 8 of each base card. Paul Goldschmidt for St. Louis. Illusions. So let's count the autos. That's just the Patrick Wisdom, I think, for this box so far. That's 1. Here comes number 2. You can feel it when they're backwards because each of these cards is a little curved. Kevin Kramer. I like his auto too. For the Pirates. Numbered to 75. Right? No, this is purple to 125. Congrats, Pirates. All right, that's 2 autos. Maybe this is a 5 auto pack or box. Blake Snell, Prism Performers. Prism Peak Performers for the Rays. Who was a Ranger up until a couple weeks ago? That Houston auto we pulled? Yep, this is going to be a 5 auto box. There's Tukey for Atlanta. I just put this in my Tukey auto collection. I have a gold to 10 Tukey. Maybe I'll find a Tukey Toussaint collector and sell those. Congratulations me for not selling that team, I guess. Starling Marte for Pittsburgh. Prism Diamond King. Austin Riley. Oh, the Wisdom, okay. So we've got Acuna Jr. Illusions for Atlanta. Marte for Pirates. Diamond Kings. I'm just randomly reading off some of the base and Diamond Kings and rookies at this point. Ozzy Albies for Atlanta. This is the Atlanta box, apparently. Acuna Jr. for Atlanta. I'll be honest, guys, after the way I messed up the pricing and lost money on pricing on some of these teams, I won't feel guilty if I get a couple of autos, too. Brandon Lowe, 150th anniversary for Tampa Bay. Kikuchi for Seattle, another The Rookies. Oh, Wisdom did? I don't pay attention too much. Or enough, rather. Pete Alonso, The Rookies. Brad Keller. There's another one I expect to see an auto of. Brad Keller for Royals. Those tend to turn up a lot. It's probably a cheap auto to come by. Mike Trout MVP. Mookie Betts All-Stars for Boston. There's an Austin Riley Prism for Atlanta. Vladdy base rookie. We have 3 autos so far. We have 2 more autos coming out of this box. Yeah, that's my prediction, Keller. Throw it out there. If I get it right, I get to open a pack of my own cards. I just have a ton of them sitting here that I'm not opening because they're for giveaways and stuff. But if I get a Keller auto as the next one, then I'm opening a pack for myself. Nice Mike Trout to 5. Who had Angels? Joey C had Angels. You know who Joey C is, right? It's the guy whose voice you're listening to in this video. Bookend, 5 of 5. Mike Trout. Well, I guess I get that card. No one bought the Angels. I scared people away with pricing, or who knows? Who knows why? But for whatever reason, no one bought the Angels. Bryce Harper, Washington MVP. All right. Yeah, the Angels is a nice team to have. Unfortunately, it's for me, it's nicer usually to make sure I get the money for the spot purchase, because then I can, you know, guarantee that I actually pay for the stuff. What usually happens is I get all these cards, I never have time to sell them, and so now I just have thousands of cards sitting around, and I can't pay for the cases. Carlos Correa for Houston Illusions. I have a feeling I'll be able to sell that Trout pretty quick, though. And that'll help pay for the spot that didn't sell, at least. This one's to 75, David Fletcher for LA. This is number 4 out of 5 for the autos. The 4th out of 5 autos for this box. So there you go, another LA. David Fletcher. And Chris Bryant, Action All-Stars. Another Alonso rookie. Nine o'clock. We will go over 2 hours. Not too crazy. Brandon Crawford Prism for the Giants. Chris Davis Peak Performers for Oakland. Yes. One sec, guys. Yeah, I'm getting close, and then I'll let. Thanks. Okay, sorry about that. It's my wife asking about the dogs. She's got to head out for a minute. No hitter so far for Chris Paddock, huh? That's cool. And here's our last auto to 75, Kevin Newman for the Pirates. Pirates did all right so far. And this one is to, yeah, I already said that, 75. Kevin Newman for the Pirates. So that's 5 autos for that box. And then there's a Yelich Action All-Stars. Okay. My phone's blowing up tonight. Last box. What do you guys think? Third Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Maybe we'll pick up an Angels auto. I hope not. I think I'm going to... I might still lose a couple bucks on this case, but I'm not too worried. I think I'll do okay. I think I'll live. I'll be okay. I want to see a Brewers auto or a Rangers auto. That's what I'm looking for out of this box. One of each would be great. There we go. Empty box. My office is such a mess. Love doing breaks on Wednesday because Thursday's recycling day and I can get rid of everything. There's a Kershaw MVP Prism for LA. The rookies, Justice Sheffield for Seattle. Huh. No, I'd rather see a Brewers or Rangers auto out of this. I'd like you guys stuck around the whole time. I'd like to see you guys get a hit. Soto, Washington Illusions. I greatly appreciate not completely talking to myself the whole time. You just don't know. Cincinnati, Lindor. And then there's another Alonso base. Killer. Yeah, could be. Colby for Atlanta. Prism. Sevy, Kluber, Posey MVP for San Francisco. We'll do a recap of everything since this box is done as well. Justin Smoke for Toronto. Stanton for New York, which also didn't sell. Baez for Chicago. I kind of hoped I would sell a couple of bigger teams like Yankees and Angels at the last minute, but that's all right. Make up for it. Garrett Cole is a purple to 125 for Houston. There's another Eloy, the rookies, for the White Sox. Clay Shaw for LA, Action All-Stars. Another Vladdy base. Man, Ryan's going to get a bunch of Vladdy base rookies, and then at least two Vladdy autos, including that to 50. JT Realmuto, Philly. Prism. Edwin Diaz for New York. Peak Performers. There's a Vladdy 150th anniversary. Red, white, and blue for Toronto. Mookie Betts highlights for Boston. Here's your Brad Keller, not autographed. Austin Riley. I will say I don't like getting duplicate autos because a lot of times it is stuff like Scooter Jennett or Brad Keller or something like that. But we did pretty good in this case. We got one of the duplicates was numbered to 5, and then the other one was a to 50 Vladdy, so I'll take it. Clayton Kershaw, LA MVP, is a Prism MVP. Oh, we got a lot of... I'm not going to go through all the other numbered cards that are like to 75 and stuff, but I will go through all the autographs and all the low numbers. Chris Bryant for Chicago MVP. If you did message me on Twitter or eBay during this break, I will double check those right after the break. Mythical Otani. I believe that noise was just my dog. So my wife, what she texted is she's got to run to the store for something. Should she kennel the dogs? And I said sure, because otherwise they'll just scratch at the door wanting to get in here. And I don't want them jumping up here or anything like that. Mike Trout for LA, Peak Performers. So they're kenneled. You know, I figured it's not going to be very long. I'll be able to go out and let them out and play with them. But in the meantime, they can hear my voice in here. So I'm pretty sure I just heard one of them whine because he could hear me. This one's got an auto in it. You can tell by the way the stack sits. That gap right there, that's your auto. And it's Brandon Lowe for Tampa Bay. He only needs one penny sleeve. And then we have Wilson Ramos base, Yoan Moncada for Chicago, Prism Diamond King, and a Ryan Barucki base. Where are we at? We have one auto left, I believe. Nolan Arenado, Yadi Molina for St. Louis, Giancarlo for Miami. It's a Miami, not a New York. MVP. And a Kyle Wright base for Atlanta. And I see Yelich on the bottom. Acuna. Did we already pull 2 autos out of this? We must have. I must have been mistaken. I lose count. Nolan Arenado to 5. Kyle Tucker, the rookies. Tucker for Houston. Nolan for Colorado. All right, let me sleeve this. We'll do a recap real fast. In the meantime, there are 7 breaks that I want to tell you about on the website real fast. Leaf bats. I'm trying to fill those faster, so what I've done is I set the price, and actually there may be only like 3 spots or something left on that. So if it says more than 3, don't buy more than 3 in one shot. I have to double check. I'll do that right after this. Leaf bats. I'm doing a single bat break, $5 a spot, random team. There are 30 teams plus a non-player team that represents people who weren't in the MLB who signed bats. I haven't seen any of those yet, but I hear they exist. Anyway, those are $5 a spot. The winner pays no extra shipping unless you're out of the country, out of the United States. And then there's quarter. Each of these has 2 quarter case breaks and 1 half case break for Donruss Optic. We just opened, so we have another case of that with 3 breaks available. Plenty of teams available still. And then Topps Archives Signature Edition Active Player. Plenty of teams available there still also. And those, because they're the quarter case stuff, has teams as low as like $4, I think. So super easy to get in on a break if you're on a budget. And you never know what you'll pull. Like, for example, the Twins, we pulled a Rod Carew, right? So anyway, Nolan Arenado to 5, not autographed, for the Rockies. Brandon Lowe for Tampa Bay, base rookie auto. Base rookie auto for the Pirates of Kevin Newman. David Fletcher for LA, base, not base. And the Newman was not base either. I misspoke. That is numbered to 75, 31 out of 75. David Fletcher, that is out of 75. It's number 68 for Los Angeles. Tuki Toussaint, that's pink for Atlanta. That is, oh yeah, the pink are not numbered. Kevin Kramer for Pirates. That's to 75, right? No, that one's purple to 125. 66 out of 125. Forgot to make sure these are actually focusing. Let's do this. Come on, Wisdom. This is why the recap takes like 10 minutes. I gotta get it to focus. Maybe this will work. Anyway, so if it doesn't focus, then you'll have to maybe rely on some photos in Twitter. You can still make out the name and stuff. Some of them focused earlier too. Let's change the lighting a little. Maybe that'll help it focus up. Anyway, I'll move on to the next card. Mike Trout to 5, not autographed. Now it focuses. Forrest Whitley, and that Trout was for LA. Forrest Whitley for Houston, rated prospect. It looks like his auto, just where it comes down there, it looks like it's almost cut off by his name. Interesting. Anyway, Kyle Wright for Atlanta. That one's to 50. To 75. Nope, that's purple to 125. Purple's real close to blue. Tristan McKenzie for Cleveland. Vladdy to 50 for Toronto. 18 out of 50 for Toronto, Vladdy Jr. Steven Gonzalez for Minnesota to 99. Laureano to 99 for Oakland. Ryan O'Hearn, autograph to 5 for the Royals. And then we had the other half. Dennis Santana, part of that Ryan O'Hearn sandwich for LA. Ryan O'Hearn again. This one is to 50. No, to 75. 59 out of 75. Guess I should show the back since it's the color doesn't. I guess you can tell the color a little bit, but I think the light blue are to 50, and that's why I keep getting thrown off. Victor Mesa for Miami. Dakota Hudson for St. Louis. Clayton Kershaw, not autographed, numbered to 5 for LA. That is going to be number 1 of 5, one of the bookends. Rowdy Tellez for Toronto. Jordan Alvarez for Houston. Cionel Perez for Houston. Houston did pretty well tonight, I think. Kyle Tucker for Houston. Then we've got this guy. Fremel Reyes for San Diego. Ryan Barucki for Toronto. And once again, if you're looking through these and one of these autos is yours and you're trying to get it on eBay and sell it really quickly, just message me. I'll take some good photos of it. There's the other Vladdy auto. Not numbered. Rod Carew auto for Minnesota. Not numbered, but it's MVP. Michael Perez, not autographed, but numbered to 5. That one is 3 out of 5. The numbering is different in different places. The other one was at the top. And that's for Tampa Bay. Jeff McNeil for New York, Mets. Garrett Hampson for Colorado, pink. There's the other of the Optic autographs. Pete Alonso for New York. And then back to Santana. So that's it for the autos. And then we have this stack that needs to get sleeved and put in top loaders. Those are all going to be put in top loaders. They're all numbered less than 100. And then everything else. That's everything else we pulled. These are all the inserts. All of these. And then the rest up here is all base. So, all right, that'll do it for this break. We have once again we have 7 different breaks that you should take a look at and get in on the website right now. And then tonight I'm going to list more breaks on the website and on eBay for what do we have coming up? Tribute? I think it's Tribute. Yeah, 2019 Topps Tribute Baseball. It's a 6-box case. It's a little bit higher end to get into, but I am going to have can't have quarter case breaks. So what I'll probably do is 1 full case and 2 half cases is what we'll do for Tribute, I think. So look out for those breaks. They'll be up on the site tonight. I'll make an announcement on Twitter, and I'll message people on eBay as well. Thanks for those of you who stuck around the whole time, and for those who joined at some point or another. And we'll see you soon.